What is going on, Trading Jits and Crits? I'm gonna make another video because I I've came to a big couple realizations these last couple days that just kind of need to be talked about, need to be shared, need to be brought up. One of them being my mic is a little too low. Now that I realize that. Another thing, um, I realized how impatient I was compared to like other videos. We'll probably still see that in the future one. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, shit. This trade was taken at 8 o'clock. It looks like around 8:30, and like something I'm starting to realize more and more, and like trying to really realize is that patience pays, bro. Whenever I'm not patient, whenever I'm just taking a bunch of trades, whenever I'm just fucking sending it on the 1 minute, those are some of my worst losing days because I'm not being patient. I'm not waiting to have the market give me something, you know? And I need to really stop that. I actually need to just be a better fucking trader and better person and just be patient. Because I realized like manifesting that I get a payout by the 24th, that's in 15 days, 13 days actually. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'm manifesting I get a payout on my Lucid account. But how am I going to do that if I'm not even being patient enough to get the payout? You know what I mean? You see what I did there? Like, I believe in myself with utmost confidence I can get a payout because I've done it before. It's literally my lock screen. I've done it before. And where I'm going with this is like, that's just one point I wanted to bring up was the patience. Another point is that I need to stop fucking over trading, bro. It's starting to fucking milk accounts bad. Because once I take one loss, I'm like, okay, let's try and get back in there for another one. Nah, bro. We're gonna go back to the old ways where it was just one and done. If I took a loss, I took a loss. If I took a W, I took a W. Because now the accounts that I was working so hard for, the accounts I was building up. I mean, when the Lucid account was fucking, when it was in drawdown, it was about $400 away from being liquidated. But but now now that I got all the way up to I think it was like 24,400 or something like that, the account is now again like $400 away from being liquidated. And you might be saying, well, how did that happen? Happened because I'm a dumbass. I overtraded. I did a lot of shit I shouldn't have been doing, and it's just crazy, man. Because at the end of the day, I think the best possible move for myself right now is to just sit back and kind of chill out a bit. Because come tomorrow open, I need to realize like the markets are always gonna be here, and I need to stop rushing everything. I trade every single day. Every single day I can, I wake up and trade. And realizing that in the last 2 days, almost everything I worked for is gone, plus more. I need to really just be a better trader and be patient. And then the kind of last couple realizations I had was that all these trades I took, like literally I was watching in this video, like the trade I took, and what was I doing, what was happening. Not once did I go down to the 1 minute time frame. Not once. Literally, like this whole time during this trade, there was not one time I went down to the 1 minute time frame. See, look, the lowest I went was the 5 minute, and like that's what's that's what's starting to get like make me understand as well is that the 1 minute is there for people who know how to use the 1 minute. That's like for the 30 second, the 1 minute, all that shit. The traders I follow, PB and Blake, I trade their model. Um, mostly Blake's, but the traders I follow, he takes 30 second to 1 minute trades. So I feel like that's kind of where I was like, okay, yeah, I should probably do the same thing too. I mean, my mentor's doing it basically. The guy who teaches me how to trade is doing it. Why shouldn't I? Some shit just works a lot different for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And it honestly helped me realize it too, cause yesterday I was watching a video of a kid who Blake was interviewing, and he was like, what did I teach you that kind of like implemented your own stuff?" And he was like, "I don't trade the lower time frames at all." He was like, the only time I go, he's like, the only low time frame I go to is the 5 minute." And I was like, bro, I was like, that like at the time I was like, wow, okay, I can try and trade the 1 minute. Like that's what I've been doing is trading the 1 minute. And dude, last couple days just been L's from the 1 minute. But when I trade the 5 minute, when I actually trade the 5 minute and just be fucking better, and then go down to the 1 minute. But with with that, I don't know, man, cause like it works. It works for me. Just waiting on the 5 minute, being as patient as can be, just sitting here on my hands, just waiting, 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 waiting. You know what I mean? And that's what I need to start doing again. Because at the end of the day, me taking trades on the 1 minute didn't get me a payout. Me taking the trades on the 1 minute didn't pass a top step account for me. It was when I was being patient as fuck, waiting on the 5 minute, taking those 5 minute trades, and actually being a better trader. You know what I mean? So I'm really gonna hammer hard on this concept of just because here's another realization I came to. I don't want to make this video wait a little too long. I don't want it to go past like 15, 20 minutes, but another realization I came to was that it just fucking slipped my mind, son of a bitch. Fuck. Fuck, it just slipped my mind like crazy, bro. I literally just had it in my fucking grasp. Son of a bitch. It literally was like one of the main fucking topics too. I talked about the 5 minute. I talked about being patient. I don't know if I talked about being greedy. Well, greed's one of them too until it comes back to my mind. I need to stop being so greedy because there's like there's literally like a there was it was yesterday. Yesterday I took a trade and I swear to God I was so mad because the second it got to 150 I like hesitated to set a break even, and it kind of pissed me off that I was that hesitant to set that break even, and I should have just fucking took my piece of the pie and got out. That's what I was gonna talk about, piece of the pie. Fuck, bro, that shit slipped my mind bad. I had to talk about greed to get it out. So I get they fall hand in hand, um, because it's kind of like the video I posted yesterday where I was just sitting on the calculator doing all the math. And that's where that big realization came to because I was at work just like sitting on my calculator on my phone and I was like, okay, 1250 divided by 3. It's only 400 and fucking 17 basically. 1250 divided by 4 is 312. But 315 technically. 1250 divided by 5 is fucking it's 250. So the where I'm getting at here is that I know like for example with today, let me pull today back up. For example with today, like I know my target was all the way down here, and then this one as well. But should have done was get off the fucking 5 minute, to be fairly honest with you. Go right here, wait for this price action to dip down, come back up, sweep this eternal high like it just did, and then literally as soon as we get this dump down, this is where we take a trade. Boom. Piece of the pie. This would have been a 1 to 1, 1 to 1.3. We would have got the piece of the pie and got out. And the thing is that the reason I say I need to stop trading on the 1 minute, which is why I'm going to do this, but the reason I need to stop trading on the 1 minute is because on the 1 minute, there's just so much happening. And the thing about the 1 minute that I hate the most is that you see how it says I took a trade here? It says I took a trade here. On the 5 minute, the way that looks is I took a trade here, here, and here. And you can't tell during which one of those, you can't really tell if I took a trade at the top, if I took a trade at the bottom, if I took a trade inside of here, inside of here, inside of here. Like, you can't really tell. So that's what I started not to like about the 1 minute. Something I used to do on my Top Step account was I used to count the closes. So if this candle, let's say this candle is 8:30, right? So this is 8:30 candle. One, two, three. Okay, so we have one more candle before I'll. So literally this candle, I would go and watch price action on the 5 minute because then I'm just sitting there and waiting for the 5 minute candle to close and not the 1 minute candle. And I just need to be better. Last thing I talk about, I swear, because I know I said I didn't want this to go to like 15 minutes. I was gonna buy another Lucid account, but something keeps telling me like, nah, dog, like just be patient, bro, because at the end of the day, at least if you blow this account, next week you'll have money to get a new one. If you don't blow this account, then next week you still have money to go get a new one. You know what I mean? And I still gotta get a new phone, so that's obviously in line with everything I gotta do. So I don't. I know one of my goals for this month was to get a couple more Lucid accounts, and I think my last paycheck of this month. Where's my calendar? I get paid this day again. I should. I already paid my electric bill, so then I just gotta pay the rest of my rent. I could probably afford another Lucid account if I still have groceries. But if not, this week right here, I can literally spend a buck, a buck fucking 80 on Lucid accounts, bro. And if not this week, it definitely isn't gonna be this week. It would be this week, the second week of July. So yeah, man. I think what I want to start doing is I'm gonna stop rushing myself for these payouts. I'm gonna stop rushing myself to take trades, and I'm literally just gonna open the charts only at 7:30 because I wake up at 7. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna open the charts at 7:20. I'm gonna pull the bias out and everything, and then from there, if it's not 7:30 open or literally after, I'm not trading. So have a great day. God bless you, Jits and Crits. And God's just giving us more battles, man. He's just giving us more stuff to realize. And I promise you, one last thing. I heard one of the biggest things I've heard before, and I always kept hearing it, is that once you start realizing, okay, I've dealt with myself, I've dealt with the bad habits that I've had, I stopped doing a bunch of dumb shit, I started being a better person, and then once you realize, like, hey, like, the last couple things I need is patience and greed, you're like 98% there to, like, seeing the brighter side of things, because the last two things every trader has to get over is either patience or greed. So let's just keep going. Let's just be the best possible people we can be. God bless you guys. Let's get it, man.